As I said just a couple minutes ago, we'll start on our back. So you can have a little blanket or a towel under your head, but just make yourself comfortable in our supine position. Constructive rest, that's what I was trying to think of. So what actually probably, yeah, we'll start in constructive rest. So lying on your back with your knees bent, and you can just have them lean together any way that's comfortable, and turn your palms open or let them rest on your belly. Let's take this time to check in with our bodies. Checking in with our breath as we turn inward and follow our natural breath. Follow the natural inhales and exhales for a few rounds. And notice the quality of your breath. If it's really choppy and you're just having a hard time getting it to smooth out, just take your time. No rush. No need for really deep breaths if that doesn't feel right at this moment. Just really just slowing down a bit, just toning down the nervous system, where we can have our attention more easily moving to areas that might need special attention today. So physically honor your body in that category. If you know you have certain areas that are challenges. With every breath now, on your exhale, let something go. Just anything that's carrying around with you this week that's just not going to serve you today in your practice. So nice, maybe a little bit bigger breaths now, a little bit bigger inhale. Let the exhale out through your nose or mouth. Relaxing of the shoulders into the mat, maybe the lower back as well. The jaw softens. The fingers relax. As we slow down our breath, maybe our awareness increases here. With the awareness of the breath moving in and out of your nose. The rise and fall of the ribs. Next inhale, take our arms up overhead. Exhale, take your legs down. As you bring your arms down. And then exhale, inhale, just reach through your arms, through your legs, through your toes, all the way through your belly. Nice big breath. Let your arms rest down. I'm going to remove this blanket from under my head. Moving your feet to the sides of the mat. Arms spread out. Just drop your chin to one side and then to center and then the other. Kind of just letting gravity take hold there. Do that a couple times, couple rounds with your head. Then next time you drop your head, stay to the right, drop your knees that way as well. To where it's comfortable. Come back to center, drop head and your knees to the other side. So toward the left on my account. Back to center. You can keep going that way, or you can maybe turn your head the opposite way next time. Your knees go one direction. Come back to center and just switch out. Follow what feels good for you today. Kind of waken things up. All right, come back to center. Take one knee in toward your chest, and extend the other leg, or extend it. And that right leg, that one leg extends overhead. So whatever leg it is, point, flex the foot, hands just resting on your thigh or your knee or your shin or the back of your thigh. And find some circles there. Circle the other way. And then that foot comes down. Let's just bring the other leg up, take it overhead, maybe flex and point that foot. Find circles here. One direction, circles the other way. And then take the feet down. And then one knee in toward your chest, other knee in toward your chest. You can hold your hands behind your thighs or on your knees. And then draw them in and then away. So on your inhale, take them away. On your exhale, make space, draw your belly in. Draw your knees in maybe a little closer. And then take those legs overhead, both of them, flex those feet, and then go ahead and take them down. And then here, we'll just take a little lift of our hips and a little lowering. So in our bridge pose, feet are under your knees. Next time you take your hips up, maybe float your arms up and float them down. Let's take that one more time. Nice lift. Exhale, take it down. And as you do that, hands come to your shins. Maybe the knees come to your chest again. And maybe you lift your chin toward your knees. And then float the legs up and arms overhead. And then exhale. Take everything down again. And we'll float up one more time. Find this little energy flow with our rolling bridge. Exhale. Hands to our chins. And then exhale as you lift your head maybe. Or you can leave it down. Squeeze those knees toward your chest. And then arms and legs. Head drops down. Stretch it out. Flex those feet. Everything comes down here. Extend your legs out again. Nice, one more nice big stretch. And let's just walk feet to one side, arms to one side until you take yourself into a nice banana shape here. So you're Your shoulders stay on the floor. Just a nice little crescent stretch here. Breathe into this rounded edge of your body here where your ribs are. Nice big breath. And then come back to center. Just walk everything to center and then to the other side. So arms, feet, you can even cross your ankles there. Nice big breath in. And again, into the other side of your body that is rounded away from you. Your exhale, lock things back. Okay. You can rock up to seated. Just maybe rock yourself up a couple times or turn yourself to the side. And put yourself up that way. And then let's just come to our hands and knees. Into child's pose at the back of the mat. And your version of child's pose. So hips can be higher, resting on your forearms or lower toward your heels. And you can rest again on your forearm. Hands under your forehead. Rock out your hips a little bit here. Rock out your forehead. Excuse me a moment. Sorry about that. So from child's pose, stretch your arms forward. Inhale, lengthen. Come up to all fours. Lengthen out your spine, crown of your head reaches forward, and then exhale, take it back. Forehead touches again. Finally, feel the stretch in the back. Inhale, come on up to all fours again, and let's just take it into a spinal balance, reaching one arm forward, one leg back. And exhale, take it back to child's pose. Inhale, lift and lengthen the other side, other arm and leg. Exhale, and float down. Do one more either side. Take it back to child's pose, or just come back to sit on your heels. Sit on your heels. Maybe we'll go ahead and curl your toes and maybe just sit on your heels. Give your soles of your feet a nice stretch if you need to sit up taller. And just be on your knees, that's fine as well. I think from here we'll just, your feet can be curled or your toes can be, or top of your foot can be flat. Let's just take our arms up and over. And then take your arm mountain from our knees. And then float them out. One more time here. And then let's just hands to our hips, take a bow forward. Forehead to the mat. And then reach up. Maybe touch your palms, take the gaze out. A little bit of a back bend, take a bow. Hands can go to your hips or to your back. We'll do that one more time. For a little bit of a warm up. And exhale. Come to a seat. Reach your arms forward, curl your toes. Come up to all fours here. Lift your knees up off the mat and Do a lifted all fours, or you can go up to a downward facing dog. And then drop down to your knees here, and then draw your hips forward. Maybe a little upward facing dog. So we can do that lift either from this position or from downward dog. Not staying there very long, dropping to our knees and taking where it's comfortable here into this more of a back bend, letting your hips fall forward. Last time, let's take it back to child's pose, and then let's just walk back, rock up on our feet into a forward bend. Take a little ragdoll. Grabbing elbows. And then taking a half lift. So lengthening out your spine here into an upside down L. Exhale, hands to your hips, and then float all the way up. Touch your hands and come into a mountain pose and just see how we're feeling in this standing position. For nice posture aligned, we just slow everything down again for a moment. Close our eyes. Joints are stacked. And from here, the arms out and up, you can touch them or not. Go ahead and float them forward. Take yourself into a chair pose. So taking a seat, arms reaching can reach just forward. They can come up over your ears. Take it up to standing and then take it down the chair pose again. And then reach the arms back. And then forward. And back. And let yourself come all the way up to standing. Take one foot forward, one foot back. Pretty much in the middle of your mat. So just stepping with some width between your feet into a warrior one series. I did this forward the other day. So kind of railroad tracks here. And the arms can come in cactus or they can reach up. Let's just have our legs straight and then bend into that knee and then float the arms up and down. Okay, bending into the knee, taking those arms where it's comfortable here. Let's take a little modified eagle, touching our forearms together, opening up. Exhale. Opening up. Hands to our heart. Go ahead and straighten that front leg. Let's change our stance here. My back foot is parallel. My foot remains forward here in the front as I take it into a warrior two. Warrior two. And let's just float a couple times in this warrior two. You know, let's just do one hand. One shoulder just doesn't feel right. Go ahead and just put your hand on your head. Take a gaze over that front hand. Let's turn that palm up. And we take a little exalted warrior. Other hand either stays on your hip or drops down. And let's take a side angle here forward to your thigh. All kinds of options for those arms. but your heart stays open, you're not rolling forward. Let's take a little flow here. Last one here. Take it to center. And switch your feet. And we'll take it the other direction. So warrior two. Again, you can have your back arm just on your hip if that's more comfortable. We'll take that flow. Stay in warrior two for one more breath. And then that front arm turns up, palm turns up. We'll take that exalted. And then side angle. All those options with your arms, just lightly resting on your thigh. So the weight is carried by your legs, not by your arms. Let's float here. You might think about rounding the back pinky edge. Let's take it up to center. Back pinky edge of this parallel foot, kind of feeling that pressing into the mat. Let's come to center. Widespread. Let's take our feet a little more open, legs open to where it's comfortable for you. Let's reach up. Exhale, bend into those knees. We'll just take a little sunflower movement. Warming up the hips. Change it up, elbows to your ribs as you bend. Last one, let's just take it into goddess pose. You can have another cactus arms here. Let's take a little tip to one side. Just finding that movement of our trunk, the chest, loosening up the ribs, allowing more breath. Let's just turn. Try to keep your knees over your feet. One more time here. Back to center. Arms come out, walk your feet in. Kind of shake things out a little bit. We're just going to do an alternate movement here. So, and a little balance. So bend one knee up. And then take it behind. Take a little curtsy. And bend it up. And take a little curtsy. One more time. Take it back to center. Other side. Lift a little, step back. All right. Back to center. Shake things out. We're going to make our way through a little sun salutation. The arms up. Come to the back of your mat. Take a little forward bend. Bend into your knees, walk forward. Onto your knees, you can take it into a full plank or a kneeling plank. Take it back to child's. And then take it all the way down to the mat. Take the arms alongside your body. You can take a locust pose here. You can also bend your knees and just think about taking those heels a little closer to your tush as you reach your fingers back. with this little back bend. One more breath. And go ahead and release. Turn one cheek to the mat. Other cheek to the mat. And then go ahead and roll yourself over onto your spine. I don't remember if I did this. I didn't. So turning yourself over, you can simply tuck an arm underneath and find yourself on your back. For a little spinal twist, first you can just find a little massage of your lower back. And I'll give you an option. You can do a supine pigeon. I know this is pretty popular for a lot of people. So crossing that ankle over the thigh. Leaving the foot on the floor and drawing that knee away isometrically with your arms away. You can lift and lower as well. Get a little strengthening in the belly and the hips. And then you come back to center, either foot to the floor or just dropping the knees to one side. So I have my right leg crossed, so I'm dropping them to the left side and finding a twist there. There's a lot here. This right knee kind of draws away again. I might hold the ankle, stretch out my right arm here and look over my shoulder. Just how you're feeling here. Bring it back to center. Switch your sides. Kind of shake things out. So take any of those options. If just having the foot on the floor and your knee, your ankle crossed is enough sensation in this hip, stay there and just isometrically draw that knee away. No pushing or muscling. And from here, after that lifting and lowering, if you're taking that option, you can drop your knees the other side. So the sole of the foot goes, how that cross leg goes toward the floor. Grab the ankle, move the knee away again, and reach the other direction. It's a good one for low back pain, sciatica type pain that works on the piriformis. One more big breath. Exhale. Let's move it back to center. Take that constructive rest again. Knees bent, lean together maybe. And just notice how you feel here. Notice how your hips feel. Was there a difference in the sides? Settling into the breath again. And taking some final movement, you can transition into Shavasana through a supine cobblers, through an elevation of your legs overhead, and a little bit more movement of your smaller joints. You want to stretch your legs out and have a blanket under your knees, or just stretch the legs out or keep the knees bent. The final couple minutes here with your eyes closed again and your body sinking wherever you have it. Sinking so you're not having to hold anything up. Maybe a little scan of your body again, just to note how you're feeling now after class. Movement of your fingers and toes. A little wiggle of the fingers and toes, circling the ankles and the wrists, just a little bit bigger movements. Maybe if a bigger stretch again will feel good before you come up. Comfortable seat when you're seated, hands at your heart in our namaste hand, which is our peace seal. Just take a little bow of gratitude to yourself and for taking care of yourself today. A little pat on the back. And I honor your efforts. Have a great rest of your day.